Russian President Vladimir Putin Wednesday accused Ukrainian authorities of being behind, quote, crude and cynical, end quote, provocations in the town of Bucha as he spoke to Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russian troops of killing dozens of civilians in Bucha after images emerged over the weekend of bodies strewn across the streets following the Russian army's withdrawal. A German government spokesperson said Wednesday Berlin has information indicating that bodies found after Ukraine retook Bucha last week had been lying there since at least March 10th, when Russian troops were in control of the town. AP journalists have seen evidence of killings and torture in Bucha as investigations get underway. AP correspondent Ben Thomas reports on what they've seen.
Dozens of bodies are scattered around Bucha, 6 charred and piled together out in the open near an empty playground. It's unclear who they were or under what circumstances they were killed. The one had a gunshot to the head, another smaller than the others, likely a child. The head of police for the Kyiv region.
It's horrible.
Interior Minister Denis Monastyrsky.
You see, it's just 6 bodies here, and that house, you can see maybe 3, and that house, it's maybe 1 body. It's shot. They was shot and burned after it.
The chief prosecutor for the International Criminal Court at The Hague opened an investigation a month ago into possible war crimes in Ukraine. I'm Ben Thomas.
The U.S. and its European allies say they'll impose stiff new sanctions Wednesday on Russia. U.S. Republicans have blocked a Democratic attempt to begin Senate debate on a $10 billion COVID-19 compromise. AP correspondent Norman Hall reports.
A day after Democratic and GOP bargainers reached agreement on providing the money for treatments, vaccine, and testing, the Democratic move to push the measure past a procedural hurdle failed 52-47. All 50 Republicans opposed the move, leaving Democrats 13 votes short of the 60 they needed to prevail. Republicans say they will only support the measure if Democrats agree to votes on an amendment preventing President Joe Biden from lifting Trump-era curbs on migrants entering the U.S. Biden and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer want Congress to approve the pandemic bill before lawmakers leave in days for a 2-week recess. Norman Hall, Washington.
Meanwhile, the COVID-19 outbreak in China's largest city of Shanghai remains extremely grim amid an ongoing lockdown, confining around 26 million people to their homes, a city official said Tuesday. The director of Shanghai's Working Group on Epidemic Control was quoted by state media as saying that the outbreak in the city was, quote, still running at a high level, end quote. China has sent more than 10,000 health workers from around the country to aid the city and is mass testing residents, some of whom have been locked down for weeks. After a public uproar, Shanghai will allow parents to stay with their children who have COVID-19 as China's largest city sees another jump in cases. An inspector at the city's top health commission told local media Wednesday that parents who fully comprehend the health risks and sign an agreement will be permitted to accompany their children in monitoring facilities. Thousands protested across Sudan against military rule Wednesday, on Wednesday's anniversary of previous popular uprising, most recently against autocrat Omar al-Bashir 3 years ago. Thousands took to the streets in Khartoum, the capital, where witnesses said security forces fired tear gas at the crowd. An international rights group says Mali's army and foreign soldiers suspected to be Russian recently killed an estimated 300 men in Mora in central Mali. Human Rights Watch says it is the worst single atrocity reported in Mali's 10-year armed conflict against Islamic extremists. A military court in Burkina Faso Wednesday handed down a life term to former President Blaise Compaoré over the 1987 assassination of revolutionary leader Thomas Sankara.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.